Hey, welcome! My name is Manuel Leon and I am a digital marketing strategist. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time. If this is your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time, then welcome back. In this channel, you're going to learn anything and everything you need to know in order to kickstart, propulse, and take your online marketing efforts to the next level and grow your online presence. But first things first, make sure you smash the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell in order to never miss a single video. There is a new video every Tuesday. Comment in the comment box below and share. Now, today I hope I reply to the years-old question, which is, should you create a business social media profile separate from your personal social media profiles? Is it good? Is it not good? Does it work? Maybe it doesn't work. Should you do it? How to do it? And all those questions are going to be answered by the end of this video. But stick to the end because I will give you an extra tip, an extra push about social media profiles, so you don't want to miss that. Now let's begin. Talking about your social media, a lot of people ask me very often actually, hey Manny, should I create a separate profile for my social media? Or how can I maintain my personal profile, also propose my business without scaring or annoying the audience that I already have? Well, the first thing that you need to decide is the purpose, like what type of business you have and what is the purpose of your social media channels. Everything in life has a purpose, even if we don't know what that is. So it's worth to take a moment, sit down and go through your mission, your vision, or what is your goal on social media specifically about your business or about your personal branding, in order to make the decision if you need to have a personal profile or a business profile or a combination of both. And there are good practices, there are best practices when it comes to creating the profiles that are generally applicable to most social media profiles. So the first thing is, like, think about it this way. If you are the face of your brand, if it's about personal branding, if you are what I would call a unilateral expert, right? For example, you are a motivational speaker, perhaps you are an attorney, perhaps you are, well, not a doctor because doctors should not give medical advice online, but let's say you are an attorney, let's say you are a motivational speaker, let's say you are a fitness expert. It might be worth to have your personal social media combined with your business social media, because what happens is, because you're the face of it, you cannot disconnect both the worlds. Technically, if you're an expert on something, like for example, if you're a fitness expert or a personal trainer, most likely your business is very well embedded and joined with your personal life. And remember, you have to understand your audience, and I've talked about this in other videos. If you understand your audience, you'll know and you'll think about the people who already follow you on social media, and then you'll start thinking about why are they following you. So going back to the example of a fitness expert, think about the type of people who follow you. If those people are the same type of crowd, the same type of audience that you want to reach on a business level, then yes, I say go for it. Mix them. Use your personal social media for both your business and your personal life. Make sure that you have some separation, because remember, once you pass your regular environment, once you pass your regular amount of friends who already follow you, like friends and family and acquaintances that you know that already follow you on social media, you're going to start having new followers if everything goes according to plan and if you follow all my advices in this channel. But as your social media grows, your audience will also grow. So that means that you might not want to be as personal as you're used to be on your personal social media. There might be things that you want to keep for yourself, things that you don't want to post, or give it that humane, personalized, customized, this is me aspect without giving away too much information or too much privacy. Now, the other aspect of that is if you instead are running maybe more like a corporation or a company who has its own identity, its own brand, most likely it's better for you to create a separate social media account. Like for example, if you're an insurance agency, if you are a doctor's office, if you are even attorneys as well, but if you have like a large attorneys firm and it's just not one or two attorneys or a small firm, then you might want to have a separate social media account and speak on behalf of the company itself. So think about the company as an actual entity, as an actual person, and that's unrelated with personal branding. Now, that does not mean that you cannot still humanize the accounts by showing off, right? Like the fact that you're running a social media profile for a company like an insurance agency or a bank, for example, doesn't mean that you don't have a human aspect to it. You can still post stories, you can still post videos about your day-to-day in the office, you can still speak on behalf of your business and give that expertise, but this time it will be the company and you speaking on behalf of the company versus you vocalizing your own opinions and your own perspectives. And actually a very good example of that is this precise channel. Right? So I own an agency called Design 106. We do a lot of digital marketing work for a lot of different clients all over the United States and South America. Now, Design 106 has its own social media profiles, has its own Facebook, its own Instagram, so on and so forth. And sometimes I will speak and I will interact with those accounts as myself, but being myself, Manny, the Design 106 Arts Director, the Design 106 Digital Marketing Strategist. However, this channel functions separately, and I know I'm wearing my Design 106 shirt, but this channel is, even though it's still connected with my company, it's really about me. As you see in the channel, I don't call it the Design 106 Digital Marketing channel, it's the Manuel Leon Digital Strategist channel. And the reason for that is because I know my expertise and I know what I'm good at, and I want to have the flexibility and the freedom to tell you guys about what I know, to create a followership about me, about my knowledge and what I can offer you. If you hire my agency or not, that's really up to you, that's really up to your needs. My goal here is not to push my business, is to push my personal branding, and then through that, business will follow as well. If my goal was to solely talk on behalf of the company and push the business itself, then I would have gone with a completely different strategy. So those are the things that you have to consider. First, you have to choose your purpose. You are going to do a personal branding social media profile, or are you going to do a company or a business brand social media profile? Now, there are niches and there are certain industries that are better than others. Obviously, if for example you're going to sell products because you have a website with an e-commerce section where you're actually pushing products, perhaps it's better that you create a separate social media account for that, because you don't want to saturate your personal followers, your personal social media followers with the product over and over again. I mean, at some point your friends and family are gonna get tired of you trying to push that product to them or on the channels where they follow you, because they follow you for a different reason. They follow you for you because they care about you as a person. They don't follow necessarily your business, even though they might support it. So what you want to do is ask them to, hey, by the way, go to this other profile that I created for my business, support me and follow it there. And then from that, you can start growing your audience completely independent from your personal social media. So the reality is there's not really a right or wrong answer. Sometimes it's better to do personal branding and having the same social media for your business and for your personal life. Keep in mind the caveat of not giving away too much privacy. I will always recommend to stay away from politics, stay away from religion. I mean, if your goal is really push your business through your personal social media, stay away from those topics, because those might be controversial topics that might signal your potential audience to make or not to make business with you, unless on your personal branding and through your business you are someone who's dedicated to that. For example, if you are an attorney, and I have a lot of client attorneys, they are very political. Especially immigration attorneys, they are very political, and especially with whatever administration is, depending on the immigration policies, they speak very politically because it's also enticed in their work, it's embedded in their everyday lives. But other than that, I would recommend to stay away from religion, stay away from politics, stay away from controversial topics that might block you from acquiring a new audience. Because when you're using your personal social media, most likely you're going to have your own bubble. Everyone that follows you on social media, which might be your friends and family and people you know, most likely are going to have similar thinking and similar philosophies to the one that you have. So you will not necessarily see where the fraction happens. But if you're going to also use it for business, you might want to be a little bit more neutral. Now, if you are, like I said, if you are selling products or doing something else and you decide that you want to create a separate social media channel for your business account, then also keep in mind that you are speaking on behalf of the business, and you might be or might not be the face of the business itself, right? Like perhaps, think about Progressive, think about Flo from Progressive. You don't see the CEO or the owner of Progressive on the commercials. You see Flo, which is this character, and Flo is kind of like the face of Progressive, right? But that doesn't mean that there's no more interactive content or humanized content that you can do yourself for your business on their accounts. But keep in mind that you're speaking on behalf of another entity, a separate entity from you. You want your business to prosper even if you're not involved, because any goals for business is that the business grows, and hopefully that you don't have to be as involved directly. So because you want that, you want to start with the right foot and not mix signals and not mix messages to your audience, and being able to acquire the audience you want specifically for the entity, not for yourself, even though you can, add and sprinkle some personalized and customized and humanized content. And the third one is basically do it together. And then you can have your social media profile for business and for personal, right? And then you can sort of touch on both bases. You can sort of speak on behalf of the company and then speak as a person if you're pretty much a solo operation. But that's very specific for very particular cases, for very niche industries. Basically, whether you are an entrepreneur and almost the philosophy of your company follows exactly in line with your own personal philosophy and your own personal goals with the goals of the company, then you might want to mix both. But basically, the path, the route is to think about how do you want to brand your business. Is it through personal branding? Is it attached to yourself all the time, 100%? Or is it an entity that works on its own? And that's going to give you much of the clarity you'll need to know whether you need to have a separate social media profile for the company or use your personal media profiles. These were my tips. Now, I did tell you that I was going to give you a bonus tip. Now, I'm going to talk to you about how you choose what the purpose of your business and how you learn to know your audience. Because like I said, if you are thinking that your audience that follows you on the personal social media is the same that you want to target, that's all great and dandy, but is that really the only purpose? Don't you want to explore further and bigger? Well, keep in mind that things like Facebook gives you incredibly useful and complete demographic information. And something that you can do is run a quick ad on your personal social media to see what type of audience you have, because Facebook is going to give you the option of saying, hey, run this ad to people who already follow your page or to an audience similar to the one that follow your page. So since you, departing from the principle that you are in the personal page, then you're going to be able to understand a little better, because Facebook is going to give you those metrics. It's going to tell you, okay, this many people are men, this many people are women, between this age and these ages, they live in this area, so on and so forth. And once you know that, you might have some more and more accurate insights about, okay, this is the type of audience that I do want to reach, so I'm going to go ahead and do it with my personal, or I just realized that the audience that already follow me on my personal social media profiles are not necessarily the target market that I want for my business, in which case I'm going to create a separate account. Those were my tips. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you guys like this video. Remember, smash the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, like this video, comment in the comment box below, and share. See you in the next video. Bye.